He had never lost, not once, not a battle, not a siege, not a kingdom. He had taken Babylon without a fight. He had swallowed Media, Lydia, and the whole of the ancient Near East as if they were nothing. The greatest rulers of the age had knelt before him or fled. His empire stretched from the Aegean coast to the edge of the known world. His name was Cyrus the Great, the King of Kings, the founder of the Persian Empire, and he was about to march his army into the steppe east of the Caspian Sea to crush a widowed queen of a nomadic tribe. A woman he had already decided was beneath him. He sent her a message first, a courtesy, he thought, a chance to surrender with dignity. She sent one back. He should have listened to it. Stories like this one do not survive by accident. They survive because they are too true to be forgotten. Subscribe to this channel if this is the kind of history you want more of. We have included something called Beyond the Story at the end of this video, a final piece that adds one more layer to everything you just watched. You will not want to miss it. The Queen of the Steppe. The Massagetae lived east of the Caspian, in the great flat emptiness that stretched toward the rising sun. They were not a civilization in the way Persia was a civilization. No palaces, no marble columns, no treasury filled with tribute from 100 conquered peoples. They were riders, hunters, warriors who had grown up on horseback before they could walk steadily on the ground. Their women fought alongside their men. Their dead were eaten by their kin as a mark of honor. They worshipped the sun and lived by a code that had no patience for weakness. Tomyris had ruled them since her husband's death. The record does not say how long. It does not say how she came to power or what she had to do to hold it. It says only that she held it, and that when Cyrus the Great turned his eyes toward her people, she did not flinch. His first message arrived like a threat dressed as a proposal. "Surrender your kingdom and marry me," he wrote. "Rule at my side and I will be gentle. Refuse, and I will bring an army that blots out the sun." She read it. She understood exactly what it was. Her reply was short. "Refrain from this war. Rule your own people and let me rule mine. But if you refuse, by the sun god whom I worship, I swear I will give you more blood than you have ever drunk." Cyrus laughed. No one spoke to the King of Kings like that. Certainly not a woman. Certainly not a nomad queen from the edge of the world. He began to march. The trap. The Araxes River was the boundary between his world and hers. Cyrus crossed it. He was not a fool. He understood the steppe. He understood that his infantry, however vast, could not chase down Massagetae cavalry on open ground. They would simply ride away, circle back, and bleed his army to death over weeks. He needed to draw them in. He needed to make them stand still. He devised a plan. He ordered his men to set up a camp, a full camp, with tents, with fires, with roasting meat and row upon row of wine jars, Persian wine, rich, dark, and strong. Then he pulled his main force back behind a ridge and waited. The Massagetae did not drink wine. They had no experience of it. They had never tasted what it did to a man's legs, to his judgment, to the space behind his eyes. Tomyris' son, Spargapises, commanded 1/3 of her army. He was young, he was proud, he was his mother's heir. He saw the abandoned camp, he saw the food, the fires still burning, the wine jars stacked and waiting. He thought he had found a gift, a retreat, a victory without a battle. His warriors moved in, they ate, they drank. They had never drunk wine before. By the time the sun had moved a hand's width across the sky, they were on the ground. The sun. Cyrus came over the ridge. What followed was not a battle. It was a harvest. The Massagetae warriors were cut down where they lay. Most of them never woke. Those who did could not stand. The ground around the camp turned dark. Spargapises was taken alive. When the news reached Tomyris, she did not weep. She sent a final message. "Return, my son," she wrote. "I will withdraw. Break your treaty, and I swear by the sun god, I will make you pay." Cyrus did not return him. He paraded the prince in chains through the Persian camp, a demonstration, a humiliation, a message to every Massagetae warrior who might be watching from the hills. Spargapises endured it for as long as he could. Then he asked his captors for a moment's freedom from his chains, a small mercy, a chance to move his arms. They gave it to him. He had kept a dagger hidden somewhere on his body. The record does not say where. It says only that he used it, and that when they found him, he was already gone. Tomyris learned her son was dead. She did not rage, she did not grieve, not visibly, not in any way that Cyrus could see or measure. She became something colder than grief. She gathered every warrior she had left, every rider, every woman who could draw a bow, every man who had not been in that camp. She turned them all toward the Persian lines, and she came. The battle. Herodotus called it the greatest battle ever fought between foreign nations. The Massagetae did not fight like a defeated people. They fought like people who had already decided they would not survive and had chosen to take everything with them. The Persian lines held at first, then they bent, then they broke. Tomyris's cavalry swept around the flanks. The Persian infantry, trained for siege and formation, had nowhere to go on the open steppe. The ground gave them nothing to hold. Cyrus the Great, the man who had never lost, was surrounded. He was cut down. The battle ended. The steppe went quiet. Tomyris walked among the dead. She found him. She knelt beside the body of the King of Kings and looked at his face for a moment. The record does not say what she felt. It says only what she did. She cut off his head. She had brought a skin, a sack, filled with human blood from the battle. She held the head over it and let it drop inside. Then she lifted the sack and held it up for every Persian soldier still standing to see. "I warned you," she said. "I swore I would quench your thirst for blood, and now I have filled you full of it." The Persian army retreated. The greatest empire on earth had lost its founder in a sack of blood on a nameless plain east of the Caspian Sea. Cyrus had conquered Babylon. He had freed the Jews from captivity, an act the Hebrew scriptures called divine. He had built an empire that would last 2 more centuries after his death. He had been called the Shepherd of Nations, the Anointed of God, the Father of his people. He had also sent a message to a widowed queen telling her to surrender or be crushed. She had sent one back. He had not listened. The Massagetae returned to the steppe. Tomyris returned to her people. The record does not follow her further. It does not say how long she ruled after, or how she died, or what she thought in the years that followed. It says only that she won, and that the head of the King of Kings spent its last hours in a sack of blood, exactly as she had promised. She had no palace, no treasury, no empire. She had only her word, and she kept it. What do you think she felt in the moment she found his body? Was it the satisfaction of a promise kept, or something she had not expected to feel at all? The world is full of stories like hers, people history almost forgot, moments that should not have happened but did. Subscribe to this channel so none of them pass you by. There are more waiting, and the next one is already there. Beyond the story. Herodotus admitted he was not certain how Cyrus died. He recorded several versions and chose this one as the most credible. The tomb of Cyrus still stands at Massagetae in modern Iran, a simple stone structure, modest for a man of his power. His body was placed inside it by his successors. Whether his head was ever returned to it, the record does not say.